Merry Vlogmas number 9, day 9. Got some candles in these little guys here. Yay, it's focusing. Got the tree on. I'm settling in for the evening. It was a very chilly day today. In the, well, it was supposed to be around 41. Last I looked, it was more like upper 30s. So I've got my Icelandic sweater on. And Avery and I just had a afternoon walk. And previous to this, I showed a little bit of my Christmas shopping adventure today. I went over to the big antique mall and I got some cool things. I actually got like 4 old books. Some of them are from two of them are from the 20s, one is from the 30s, and one is from 1946 on varying subjects, and one is an atlas. And then I got a real old card game, a specific kind of card game that I think it was first copyrighted in 1913, but the box that I got is from like the 30s, I think. And those are all for Christmas gifts. Those aren't the only Christmas gifts, but those are kind of like extra ones. If I was getting things for people in town that I didn't have to either carry with me or ship out to California, I would have shopped differently there. And I spent like well over an hour walking around the place, and I thought I was going to go to Carytown and do some shopping, but I was like done by that time. So I thought the only other thing I'm going to do today is show you a drink I invented, a cocktail I invented, which I call a Southern Pole. It's a bad pun. And what I'm using in it is Virginia whiskey, that's the southern part, right? And I'm using Krupnik, which is a Polish kind of a liqueur. You make it with vodka, spices, honey. It's a honey liqueur. And I think it's got like lemon and orange rind in it. It's very tasty. I'm going to put in so that's the Pole part, right? Polish, get it? Southern Pole. Yes, it's very bad. Last time I used orange juice in it. This time, and it was a little too watery. So this time I'm only going to use a little tangerine and some orange bitters. So if anybody else is like me, you know there are different cocktail making videos all over YouTube. My favorites are Jamie Oliver's Drinks Tube, and there's another woman named Mamrie, and she has a series called You Deserve a Drink, and both of those are like far more entertaining than I will be. So I will just show you what I do. So you can use, I'm using this whiskey. You could use any whiskey for this, any whiskey or bourbon or rye. I wouldn't use Scotch necessarily. It might be a little bit too smoky. So I'm going to use 2 ounces of the whiskey. And I'm going to use, I think, about a ½ ounce of the Krupnik. The Krupnik is pretty sweet because of the honey in it. So you don't want it, I don't want an overly sweet drink. And then I'm just going to drop the cork on the floor. I'm going to squeeze my tangerine juice directly into the glass because that makes it like way easier. Actually, this isn't giving as much juice as I thought it might. I'll have to taste this and see if I want to adjust it. No, that looks about right. And I'm icing my glass. I collect kind of like vintage and antique barware just because frequently it's pretty inexpensive and fun. And then I'll just do maybe a couple dashes of the orange bitters, and I will stir. So I'm so unprofessional. This is what I use for my stirring glass. You know, there's much better ones, but I read once that certain alcohol shouldn't be shaken because you bruise the alcohol. I probably don't have a palate that's sophisticated enough to really know. So, so you should stir. And this is one of them that seems like it's stirrable. I think if you have like a lot of fruit juice or something in them, maybe shaking is better. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But you stir until it's diluted. Seems like it's diluted enough and the glass is getting kind of crusty or what have you. Oh, anyway, oh, that's what I heard. You shouldn't put your hand on it because it will warm it up and you want it to get cold. So that's probably enough. I'm going to have to get the ice out of this glass. And then I suppose I could double strain it, but I'm going to be crude and just do it like this. Just about perfect for that glass. And because it's kind of a Christmassy drink, I think I'm going to put a cherry in it. I need to get some good Luxardo cherries, but these aren't too bad. They use a natural, let me see, these, what do these have in it? Cherries, water, sugar, vegetable and fruit concentrate for color. Natural flavor, I have no idea what that is. But Luxardo makes like really good ones, and one of these days I'm going to spring for those because those are not cheap. I think I could get them at probably Sur La Table. But see, this isn't like that, well, you might not be able to see it here, but it's not like the really bright red maraschino cherry color. So, I tell myself it's better for me. I do not know that that is true. And so let's see. I'll bring it up a little bit so that you can maybe kind of see me here. I don't know. Can you see me? You should be able to see me now. So I shall try it and let you know what I think. Yes, that is very nice. The spices from the Krupnik are coming through, the spices and the honey. I can taste a little bit of the cinnamon, definitely the citrus. It's It might be a little mellower with like a good aged bourbon, but it's a little bit lighter this way. I like it. It's good. So there you have it, Baba Yaga's Southern Pull for your holiday enjoyment. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.